Welcome to 10 on 10 by Alwise.com. In this episode, we have Piyush Samani, Chairman and MD, ESDS Software Solution, and President, CCICI, who joins our host, Sunayana Nair.
Hi Piyush, welcome to 10 on 10.
Hi Sunena, thank you.
So we have 10 questions for you and only 10 minutes. And since we want a perfect 10, let's get started. Here's your first one. What problem are you solving at ESDS Software Solution? What is your USP?
We are a cloud service provider. So through our cloud services, we are trying to help organizations to digitally transform their organization and use all the cloud services which are available on the web, and also some of the services that we provide on premise into their data centers so that they can have experience of a private cloud in their data center. So we have software that helps them with private cloud in their data center, and we also have public cloud of our own, government community cloud, banking community cloud, that runs from 4 different data centers that we have in India, and we connect to 650 million people in India over a fortnight.
Wow, that sounds great. What would you say is the most critical factor or the biggest building block in running a software business?
Staying updated all the time, thinking about future technology, though people are reluctant to change, but all the time coming up with something new and telling people that this is what you need for the future, and if you don't consider this, you may be irrelevant in the future. So that is something which is continuously on our mind all the time. And then with that message, we go to the people, we go to the government, we go to the banks, we go to the enterprises, we tell them that this is what we have, and maybe this is not relevant to you immediately, but your future can be secured by adopting the digital transformation solutions that we have brought for you.
So then what according to you are some of the biggest challenges in nurturing an innovation-centric culture, and how did you work around this?
So I started my journey from the US market, US and UK, and there I found people very, very supportive and ready to accept any new technologies. But when I started my business in India, there was a cultural shock. Here, like, people are not ready to immediately consider any good technical solution. Here, people are always looking for a cheaper solution, all the time negotiating on a technical solution, and then giving preference to a solution which comes at a L1 price. So, but then my organization had to accept whatever was the culture of India, and accordingly, we came up with different solutions, different services, so that we could technically and commercially convince our customers to consider our services.
You founded ESDS Software Solution when you were just 23 and you've expanded it to 19 nations. Would you say, you have chanced upon a formula to entrepreneurial success? What are the key ingredients according to you?
I actually now consider entrepreneurship and spirituality both two sides of the same coin. So, being an entrepreneur and being a spiritual person is one and the same. You have to commit yourself to betterment of others. So, you hire people, you serve customers, you take services from vendors. You are all the time responsible for their well being, no matter whether you get any benefits or not, whether you are looked after or not, or whether people criticize you or appreciate you. You are there to all the time take care of the people. That is what entrepreneurship is all about.
And what would you consider as your biggest achievement to date?
I consider the happiness of my people and 650 million plus people who've been benefited because of ESDS. All the loan origination portals, whether it is a Mudra Yojana or Stand Up India Yojana or the PM Swanidhi, the services that we have rendered over there, more than 45 crore people have got loans from that scheme so far. More than 4 million smart meters running on our cloud platform. People are getting electricity because of our platform. All the digital records, the land records of state like Maharashtra or 450 plus banks in India, all of them constantly connected with us, our cloud, our data center, and getting digital services. All the digital benefits are being given to their customers. So when I say the 650 million people, it's not a small number. 65 crore people in India are getting benefits today because of digital services.
That is indeed a great achievement. But, when we talk about achievements, when you talk about success, we don't talk about failures as much and how much that teaches you. What lesson did an unanticipated failure teach you?
When I failed in the first year of engineering, that was like an end of road for me. And I thought like one big failure in your life and then everything is over for you. But after a few months, I realized nothing changes. If you fail, nothing changes. And when I became an entrepreneur and when I was going through the toughest phase of my entrepreneurship, then that time I realized that the failure I experienced 4 years back was very important, because the tough time I am going through right now, this phase I could not have handled if I had not failed in the first year of engineering. And now, throughout this time, like from the age of 25 till my age of 44 now, I've gone through so many failures, but all of those do not matter at all now, because the biggest failure I experienced in the early days of my career, all that was planned by someone to make sure that any future failure in my life doesn't bother me at all.
Piyush, what would you say is your growth mantra?
So the growth mantra for me is to take care of everyone. When everyone grows, something comes back to you. It is like ensuring that the entire village has a water reservoir and then some water comes to you. Because if you think of making a well for yourself and do not give anything to others, maybe one day you will be left nothing in your well, because then everyone else would have come up with their tube wells. So my philosophy is very simple, that distribute all the benefits to everyone, and whatever falls in your kitty, you can enjoy that.
Do you have a hobby or passion outside of your work? And how has that helped you?
Many things actually. Outside of my work, I enjoy almost dozens of hobbies. I am a singer, I am a nutritionist, I help people with diet. I have a lot of knowledge of Ayurveda. And then I am a yoga teacher, I am a Vipassana meditator, I help people with Vipassana meditation. And I am a entrepreneurship coach as well. I help youngsters with their journey as an entrepreneur. And I'm a technologist. I love to go deep and deep into any new innovation that happens in the market, or any new innovation my organization is trying to do. Any of our people have any questions. So I love helping people with different things that I do together.
Wow, that's a fantastic list that you just put out there. Coming back to software solutions, what is the one big impact event you foresee which will transform the cloud solution space?
So there are multiple software solutions. One of them is going to be Edge Cloud. So over the next 6 7 years, you will see that Edge Cloud would start surpassing the numbers of public cloud, because of 5G technology and also the arrival of 6G technology in the future. We have seen the massive impact of ChatGPT. So AI ML is going to play a very crucial role. Every human being will have a personal assistant, and that personal assistant would take care of 90% of your requirements every day. India's largest IoT project is running on our cloud platform. So I can see a massive scale up in IoT in the future. And with 5G technology, you will see IoT completely taking over so many things in the market. And there would be a lot of other things. One of them which we are working is low code, no code. So low code, no code is also something which is going to replace a lot of developers in the market. India has more than 2 crore developers, and over next couple of years you may need only 50% of those. But again, in the future, the others who have not been able to get job of a developer, they may need to upskill themselves. Pure development work may not be a feasible opportunity for everyone, but then if you go and work on upskilling yourself in AI, ML, and IoT, and low code, no code technologies, blockchain, all of these are going to create more job opportunities in the future.
Exciting times ahead indeed. I think we've reached the conclusion of our conversation. I'll just part with one question. What is your advice to aspiring entrepreneurs? But there's a small twist to this. You said you like to sing. So, is there any Bollywood song or any other song which resonates with this and you could, sing that song?
आती रहेंगी बहारें, जाती रहेंगी बहारें, दिल की नजर से दुनिया को देखो, दुनिया सदा ही हंसी है, हो आती रहेंगी बहारें, जाती रहेंगी बहारें.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much, Piyush, for singing and for your time. That's a 10 on 10. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you. Thank you, Sunaina.
Tune in to the latest episodes of 10 on 10 exclusively on Aawaz.com.